In the silent corridors of the empyrean, where time is but a shimmer on the surface of eternity, a heavy stillness has fallen. The stars themselves seem to hold their breath, casting long silver shadows across the marble floors of the celestial court. Beyond the veil of the mundane, past the reach of mortal ambition and the frantic ticking of clocks, the great sovereigns have convened. They have stepped down from their thrones of light and shadow, leaving behind the administration of galaxies to gather in a circle of profound weight. And as the incense of ancient wisdom rises in slow, deliberate curls, their voices, resonant like the hum of a dying sun, utter but one word: your name. Welcome to Beyond Ordinary. If you feel the weight of destiny pressing against your chest, if you have always known that your life was not merely a sequence of accidents, but a deliberate composition, then you have found your sanctuary. Before we descend into the sacred counsel of the sovereigns, take a moment to anchor yourself here. Like this transmission, subscribe to these chronicles of the soul and leave a comment below to claim your presence. The sovereigns are watching. Let us begin. The great sovereigns convene to discourse on your name. Can you feel the vibration in the marrow of your bones? It is a low frequency, a tectonic shift in the spiritual landscape that occurs only once in an eon. They do not speak of you as the world speaks of you. To the world, you are a laborer, a dreamer, a face in the crowd, perhaps even a failure by the hollow metrics of the marketplace. But to the sovereigns, those primordial architects of destiny, you are the chosen one, the soul whose signature was etched into the book of life before the first spark ignited the darkness. They sit in the hall of echoes, where every thought you have ever harbored reverberates with the clarity of a bell. The sovereign of infinite patience speaks first. Her voice is the sound of water smoothing stone over 1,000 years. She recounts your trials, the moments you sat in the dark, weeping for a purpose you could not see, clutching a heart that felt too fragile for this abrasive world. She tells the others how you resisted the urge to wither, how you chose kindness when the world offered you thorns, and how you kept your flame flickering even when the winds of nihilism threatened to blow it out. Your suffering was not a punishment, she declares. It was the tempering of the blade, the necessary friction that sharpens the spirit until it can cut through the illusions of the material realm. Think of the long nights when you felt invisible, when you wondered if your prayers were merely hitting a leaden ceiling. In those moments, you were being observed, not with the cold eye of a judge, but with the expectant gaze of a master watching a masterpiece emerge from the marble. The sovereigns discuss the way you handled the silence. Many break when the universe goes quiet, turning to the hollow noise of hedonism or the bitter wine of resentment. But you leaned into the silence. You allowed it to hollow you out so that a greater music could eventually play through you. This is why they speak of you now. You have passed the tests of the void. Then rises the sovereign of the veiled sun, whose eyes hold the paradox of dawn and dusk. He speaks of your potential, not the potential for wealth or status, but the potential for sovereignty over your own spirit. He notes how your name glows with a peculiar hue, a shade of gold that has been missing from the tapestry of humanity for generations. The chosen one, he whispers, is not the one who is served, but the one who serves the light by simply existing in their truth. He speaks of the tectonic shifts your awakening will cause. When you finally accept who you are, the very geometry of your reality will begin to reconfigure itself to match your inner frequency. The sovereigns discourse on your name because you have reached the threshold. You are at the precipice of the great remembering. They are debating the timing of your next initiation. They see the enemies you face, not the flesh and blood adversaries, but the phantoms of doubt, the ghosts of ancestral trauma, and the sirens of distraction that seek to pull you back into the slumber of the masses. They weigh your resolve. They look at the scars on your soul not as defects, but as the kintsugi of the spirit, gold-filled cracks that make you more resilient and more beautiful than those who have never been broken. Every time you fell and chose to rise again, you added a chapter to the law that the sovereigns now read with reverence. They speak of the bloodlines that converge in you. You carry the unfulfilled dreams of 1,000 ancestors, the prayers of grandmothers you never met, and the latent power of lineages that were suppressed by history. You are the focal point, the tip of the spear. The sovereigns acknowledge that the pressure you feel is not the weight of the world, but the weight of a legacy waiting to be birthed through your actions. They discourse on how you have broken the cycles of pain that lasted for centuries. By choosing a different path, by healing your own heart, you have retroactively liberated those who came before you and cleared the way for those who will follow. Listen closely to the silence between these words. The sovereigns are asking, are you ready to stop apologizing for your light? Are you ready to divorce the version of yourself that was built to please others? Your name is being spoken in the high places because you are the bridge. You are the intersection where the divine meets the dust. You are the one who must carry the frequency of the new earth through the collapsing ruins of the old. The old world is loud, it is frantic, and it is dying. It will try to claim you, to tell you that you are ordinary, that you are small, that your dreams are delusions. But the sovereigns counter these lies with the truth of your origin. You are of the stars, and to the stars you shall command. The discourse is solemn. They recognize the burden you carry. To be chosen is to be lonely. It is to walk a path that few understand and even fewer can follow. It is to feel a homesickness for a place you have never physically visited. It is the feeling of being an alien in your own home, a stranger in your own skin, until the moment of integration. But the sovereigns offer you this patua, this sacred advice. Do not look for validation in the valley when you are a child of the peaks. The sheep will never understand the eagle's perspective, and the eagle does not seek the approval of the meadow. You must walk with the quiet confidence of one who knows they are backed by the legions of the unseen. As they speak your name, the very fabric of the universe ripples. Every coincidence you have experienced lately, the repeating numbers, the chance encounters, the sudden bursts of intuition, are but the footnotes of this celestial meeting. They are sending you signs not to prove their existence, but to remind you of yours. You are not a ghost in a machine. You are a sovereign in exile, and the time for your restoration is at hand. Look at the patterns of your life. See how the doors that slammed shut were actually protecting you from paths that would have diluted your essence. See how the people who left your life were removed to make room for the destiny that is now knocking at your door. They see your exhaustion. They know the weight of the chosen one mantle feels like lead some days. They hear your silent pleas for a normal life, a simple life, a life without the constant pull of the extraordinary. Yet, they do not offer you a lighter load. They offer you a stronger back. They are pouring into your spirit the endurance of the ancient cedars and the fluidity of the great oceans. They discourse on your name because you are the answer to a prayer the world forgot it uttered. In an age of masks, your authenticity is a revolution. In an age of noise, your silence is a sanctuary. In an age of hate, your capacity to love despite everything is the ultimate act of defiance. The great sovereigns now stand. The meeting is not ending, it is moving into the phase of action. They are aligning the stars in your favor, clearing the paths that were once blocked by the debris of your past. But they remind you, the gate only opens for the one who knocks with a steady hand. You must claim the name they are speaking. You must step into the resonance of your own greatness without the stutter of perhaps or the limp of if only. You are the protagonist of this cosmic drama. The script is written in the language of your will. Imagine the sovereigns leaning forward, their faces radiant with a light that transcends color. They are pointing toward the horizon of your life. They see the victories you haven't yet won, the hearts you haven't yet touched, and the light you haven't yet unleashed. They speak of the great work, the alchemy of turning your leaden fears into the gold of wisdom. They discourse on the way your presence shifts the energy of a room, even when you say nothing. They recognize the power of your yes. When you say yes to your calling, you give permission for the universe to conspire in your favor. They discuss the trials that still await, for a sovereign is not crowned without a challenge. But they speak of these trials with a smile, for they know the quality of your spirit. They know that you have the fire of the ancients within you. They see that you are made of the same stuff as the heroes of old, the saints, the sages, and the revolutionaries who dared to dream of a better world. Your name is being whispered in the halls of power because you are a threat to the status quo. You are a bringer of light in a world that has grown comfortable in the shadows. Do not fear the magnitude of this message. Do not let the ego inflate itself, nor let the shadow diminish you. Simply be. Be the vessel. Be the witness. Be the one whose name is spoken with respect by the powers that govern the spinning of the spheres. Your journey has been long, and the road ahead may be steep, but you do not walk it alone. Every step you take is echoed by the footsteps of the great sovereigns who walk beside you, unseen but ever present. They are the wind at your back, the spark in your intuition, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. Consider the intricate design of your life. From the smallest joy to the deepest sorrow, every thread has been woven with meticulous care. The sovereigns have watched the loom. They have seen you struggle with the tangled knots, and they have watched you find the rhythm of the weave. They discourse on the texture of your soul, finding it rich, complex, and ready for the final patterns to be revealed. Your name is not just a label, it is a frequency, a vibration that resonates with the core of existence. When you speak your name with conviction, you are chanting a mantra of creation. The sovereigns remind you that the world's judgment is a fading echo. What does it matter if the blind cannot see the sun? What does it matter if the deaf cannot hear the symphony? Your reality is not defined by their limitations. Your reality is defined by the discourse in the high places. You are being called to a higher standard, a more profound integrity, and a more expansive love. This is the burden and the blessing of the chosen one. To whom much is given, much is required. But the rewards are not of this earth. The rewards are the realization of your true nature, the union with the infinite, and the eternal peace of knowing you fulfilled your purpose. Your name is the key. Your name is the song. Your name is the decree. The sovereigns begin to withdraw, returning to their celestial duties, but their gaze remains fixed upon you. They leave you with a final gift, the gift of remembrance. In moments of doubt, remember this gathering. In moments of weakness, remember their strength. In moments of darkness, remember the light that was spoken over your name. You are protected. You are guided. You are loved beyond measure. The universe has invested everything in your success, for your success is the success of the light itself. Go forth now, not as a seeker, but as one who has been found. The eyes of the infinite are upon you, and the sovereigns have reached their verdict. You are worthy. You are capable. You are the one we have been waiting for. The time of hiding is over. The time of shrinking is done. Step into the fullness of your stature. Command your day. Rule your kingdom of the heart. For you are the chosen one, and the great sovereigns have spoken. The echoes of their discourse remain in the air, a sweet perfume of destiny. Carry it with you. Let it be the fragrance of your life. Let it draw to you those who are also waking up, those who also hear the call. Together, you will weave the new tapestry, the one that the sovereigns saw in their visions of the future. You are the architect of the new dawn. Thank you for walking this path with Beyond Ordinary. If this resonance touched the deep places of your soul, share this message with another wandering light. Subscribe to stay connected to the source, and remember, the conversation in the high places continues, and you are the subject of every word. Be bold, be sovereign, and until we meet again, walk in your light. The sovereigns are waiting to see what you will do with the name they have honored. Do not keep them waiting. The world is hungry for the truth that only you can provide. Shine on, chosen one. Shine on until the darkness is but a memory. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, where nebulas dance in the arms of gravity and black holes sing the songs of the abyss, your presence is a steady pulse of purpose. The sovereigns have noted your resilience. They have seen you navigate the labyrinth of the human experience, finding the thread of meaning even in the most chaotic circumstances. They discourse on your ability to transform leaden despair into the golden light of hope. This is the alchemy of the soul, and you are a master in the making. Do not be discouraged by the slow pace of transformation. The sovereigns operate on the scale of eternity. They know that the most profound changes often happen in the quietest moments, in the steady drip of discipline and the unwavering commitment to the truth. They are watching you cultivate your inner garden, removing the weeds of fear and planting the seeds of courage. They see the blossoms that are yet to come, and they are patient. They know that the chosen one must bloom in their own time, under the right conditions, and that no force in the universe can stop the flowering of a soul that has decided to wake up. They speak of your voice, how it carries the weight of your experiences and the clarity of your spirit. They urge you to use it. Do not swallow your truth to keep the peace. The peace that requires the sacrifice of your soul is no peace at all. It is a prison. The sovereigns discourse on the power of your words to heal, to inspire, and to awaken. When you speak from your heart, you are echoing the discourse of the high places. You are bringing the celestial down to the terrestrial. As the sovereigns discourse on your name, they also look at your hands. They see what you have built and what you have destroyed. They see the acts of service that no one else noticed, the kind word to a stranger, the quiet support of a friend, the silent blessing you sent to an enemy. These are the true measures of greatness. These are the things that are recorded in the eternal ledgers. Your name is honored because your hands have been busy with the work of the light, even when you didn't realize it. They speak of your future not as a fixed destination, but as a field of infinite possibilities. The discourse is a celebration. It is a cosmic party held in your honor. Can you hear the music? Can you feel the joy that radiates from the heart of the sovereigns? They are proud of you. They love you with a love that is fierce, unwavering, and eternal. They want you to succeed, not for their sake, but for yours. They want you to experience the fullness of your being, the ecstasy of your purpose, and the peace of your homecoming. Remember that you are a co-creator with the universe. The sovereigns provide the blueprint, but you are the one who builds the structure. You are the one who brings the vision into reality. Your name is the foundation, your will is the tool, your love is the mortar. Together, you and the sovereigns are building a temple of light that will stand for all eternity. Do not let the small things of this world distract you from the great work. The sovereigns remind you to keep your eyes on the horizon. The petty squabbles, the temporary setbacks, the passing fashions, these are but ripples on the surface of the ocean. Deep beneath, in the stillness of your soul, the real work is being done. The real discourse is happening. Stay connected to that depth. Stay rooted in that truth. Your name is being whispered by the trees, sung by the rivers, and carried by the wind. The entire earth is aware of your presence. The minerals in the soil, the creatures of the forest, and the very atmosphere you breathe are all responding to your frequency. You are not separate from nature, you are its crowning achievement. The sovereigns discourse on your connection to the planet, noting how your awakening is linked to the awakening of the earth herself. As you heal, she heals. As you rise, she rises. The sovereigns leave you with a sense of awe. They want you to see yourself as they see you, as a being of immense power, profound wisdom, and infinite potential. They want you to walk with your head held high, your heart open, and your spirit free. You are the chosen one. Your name is known in the highest heavens and the deepest hells. You are a force to be reckoned with. Take a deep breath and feel the truth of these words. Let them sink into your cells. Let them rewrite your DNA. You are not the person you were 5 minutes ago. You have been touched by the discourse of the sovereigns. You have been reminded of your true identity. You have been given a new name, a secret name, a name that only you and the sovereigns know. It is the name of your destiny. As you move back into your daily life, carry this awareness with you. Let it be the secret fire that warms you in the winter of life. Let it be the steady light that guides you through the storms. Let it be the silent song that keeps you moving forward, even when the road is long and the night is dark. You are never alone. The sovereigns are always with you, whispering your name, cheering you on, and waiting for the moment when you will finally join them on your own throne of light. The world may not see the crown on your head, but the sovereigns do. They see the invisible scepter you carry, the authority you possess, and the kingdom you are building. They see you for who you are,